1978 Triumph Spitfire. Okay, well here's the issue today. In my second gear, when I put it in second gear and I'm driving, it pops out. Just that easy. And it didn't do that before I changed the transmission fluid, because I took all of this off in order to access the transmission fluid inlet, which is underneath the doghouser, or the gear, what do they call that? The gearbox cover? Doesn't matter. Anyway, what I'm going to have to do, because I did repair the actual cardboard gearbox, and I may have moved the hole too far forward, and I'm going to have to take all of this apart again, take a look at it, and see if it's interfering, because it feels like, see, I can push it down. It feels like it's interfering, and that's what's causing it to pop out of gear. So that's the project today. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so let's get started. I hope you can see everything okay. Where do we start? Well, first of all, down here, I don't know if you can see it. I don't think you can see it. Down here, trim piece here has got 2 bolts on both sides. And what we got to do is take those loose. I got to remove the trim piece, remove the radio, remove this in order to access the bolts under there, and it's going to be quite a process today. So that's what we're working on. Let me get this disassembled and get it all broke down to where we can take a look at it and see if what I'm saying is right. I'm praying it's not that my second gear synchro is blown out. Please, fingers crossed, hopefully not. So let me get that done and I'll bring you back in a minute. Okay, trim piece is out, as you can see. I have to hold out your eyeballs. Okay, the trim piece is out. I now have access to these 2 bolts that hold in this trim piece, and that's got to come out. Okay, update. These just turned. There's a nut on the other side of them that I got to put a wrench on. So that means in order to get to it, this has got to come out, this panel. And I've already got the knobs off here. That was the hard part. But let me take that out, and I'll bring you back in a second. Okay, so this video is going to be very choppy. The center dash comes out with just 4 screws. Then all you have to do is kind of wiggle it out a little bit, being careful not to break anything or pull any cables. But as you can see, that's how it comes out. And now I can get to the bolts, to those nuts that are sitting behind here, and that's what I'm going to do to pull out this trim piece down here. A lot of work. Alright, so this is a problem with this hanging down. You know, trying to get back there to that and not disturbing any of these cables and wires. Here's something important you're going to have. A coat hanger. And what I'm going to do with this is cut a piece out of it and hook it on here and hang it off of here. So lift it up and out of the way. I'll show you in a minute. And there you go. Now, I don't know if the camera's going to let me do this. Hanging it from the rear view mirror. It's up, it's out of the way, and now I can get behind there to those bolts. Get my hand in there without a lot of interference from that, from the dash or the wiring. So it's loose, and the radio came right out. Didn't feel the need to show you that because it just fell out in my hands. Shaky video. So center trim piece is out. It's loose. Radio is out, on the floorboard. And this just simply comes out like this. There it is. Just set it over there for the men. Now we start tearing this down. There's a bazillion bolts underneath all this carpet. Not bolts, screws underneath this carpet. But I gotta loosen up this carpet and pull it out of there. Get all this wiring up and out of the way so I don't tear anything. Get the gear knob off. That should come off. Yeah, I gotta loosen the bolt. And then we'll get down to this gear housing cover. So here we go. This is what I was going for. This repair that I made. Let's see. Neutral. Second. See? It's pressing on that rubber. And that's what's popping it out. Let me take you off of the tripod. Okay. Alright, spin this around. Now you can see a little bit better that I got the carpet out. This was, I had to rebuild this whole ridge because it had rotted out. And these 4 screws, I couldn't even put screws in because there were no holes left. So I rebuilt that. And unfortunately, when I did that, look what's happening when I go to second gear. You see how it's pressing on there? See how it's pressing on there? And it just, see how it wants to push up? Can you see that? I think that's the issue. So I'm going to take this off and see if I can move it back a little bit and solve that problem. Okay, so you can see this now. Let's see. Neutral. Yeah. That's really close. But watch what fourth gear. Look at that. This whole thing's got to be cut back deeper. So I guess that's what I'm going to do. Let me go get my razor knife. Okay, so what I've had to do was take this piece and move it back, and I'm drilling new holes to keep it from hitting that rubber. See, there's second gear, there's fourth. Fourth just touches, but not enough to really cause it to fall out of gear. I'm drilling new holes. I'm going to set in the new, they're not new. I'm going to set these backing in here so that I can screw into it, because any kind of screw is just going to tear through this cardboard. Probably didn't hear me over the airplane. Okay, the airplane's gone. I'm going to put these in after I make the hole, and hopefully that's going to hold it. I don't know if I even need this metal plate, to be honest with you, but I guess I do. Alright, Okay, we're finishing up now. We got that mount moved back a little bit to where now it shifts, and we're in the process of putting the dashboard, but it needs a wide angle lens. That's why they use GoPros, I guess. Yeah, so I'm putting this all back together, and it has not been easy. Moving that mount that sits right there, I had to drill several holes and try it back and forth, back and forth. But anyway, finally got it, so let's put it back together. Boy, I don't know about you guys, but I have to do everything twice. It's just in my DNA, I guess. But I got these bolts in, so the trim plate is all in place, and all of a sudden I discovered, because I'd forgotten, that the radio, when it goes in, has to have that bolt go through it. So, taking it back out, doing it over again. Okay, so there you have it, 1978 Triumph Spitfire, Las Vegas, Nevada. All back together, and seems to be shifting perfect now. It's not jumping out of second gear. What a weird thing to happen. That little piece of rubber underneath the upholstery is causing it to catch and push it out of second gear. Thank goodness it wasn't my synchro, because that's the first place my mind jumped to. Bad synchro. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this video.